And there's not a driver. We're going to be a fully autonomous robotaxi. So let's go. Wow, this is going to be awesome. Hi, here I am in Austin, Texas. And you know, there's something about this episode of Road Test that I'm excited about. It's about autonomous. This is about the future. Today, we're going to go here in Austin and explore autonomous driving with Waymo, Tesla's new Robotaxi service. And of course, we're going to go and check out just Uber. And we're going to compare the three services as far as different modes of mobility. And I'm really excited about it and to show you our experience. So we've already ordered our first. We're going to start off with Uber today, the more traditional ride-sharing app. It's going to take us downtown Austin, and from there, we're going to do Waymo and we're going to do Robotaxi. So let's get started with this episode of Road Test. I can't wait. How do you feel about all the Waymos and the Robotaxis that are in town?
Let me tell you what, I do not, as I call them, affectionately call them Casper cabs.
Casper cabs.
I wouldn't ride one.
And you have so many years of experience behind the wheel as a person, as a driver, where the autonomous vehicle is just kind of sampling road conditions. Well, you've got the years and years of your own personal experience. All right, so we're downtown Austin now. We took the Uber ride down here. Very friendly guy, gave us a lot of good conversation on the way down, and you know, tips and tricks about Austin, which is something I'm not going to get in the autonomous. Let's wait for our Waymo to arrive and we'll show you what a Waymo experience is like. Right now my app is telling me that the car will arrive with the door locked, and it's telling me that I have to unlock the car after arrival. So I'm excited to share this experience with you. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it's pulling us over the street. We have to go over there and get it. Now you may notice here at the top, you can see with your eyes, but this is the pickup, and it's got my initials up here, CS, so I know it's my Waymos. Let's go inside and check it out. It's now unlocked. So you'll see that down here, there's a touch screen which says start ride. So that's when I'm settled and I'm ready to go for the ride. I can just go ahead and start the ride. Let's go ahead and do that.
Heading to the University of Austin. Please make sure your seatbelt is fastened. For any questions, press the call support button to speak with a rider support agent. But our microphones are only on when you're chatting with us, or activate them. So sing your heart out. We can't hear you.
Sing your heart out. That's funny.
Drop off if you hear. That means a car or cyclist is approaching. Please exit carefully. Finally, we'll do all the driving. So please don't touch the steering wheel or pedals during your ride. Yielding to pedestrian.
So you'll see on the screen here, for me, both the passenger, it's also up on the front, but it's basically showing you what the LiDAR, which is the kind of the technology that Waymo relies on, as well as camera vision systems, to detect obstacles. And it's literally showing you what its sensors are also sensing. It gives you a sense of comfort. You can see here, there's a pedestrian approaching on the crosswalk, walking across, and look, there's the pedestrian right in front of us. So it's showing you that it is alert, and it's giving you that 360 degree view around the vehicle, which as a person who's never been in an autonomous vehicle before, if you've never had that opportunity, it does give you a slight bit more of a peace of mind, knowing that it's paying attention to the street and paying attention to all the possible obstacles that are out there. And these are in live real time. As you see the blue car going across there, you'll see the traffic moving in front of the vehicle itself. So that's great. It's got some creature comforts that I think people have heard, like play music button, the temperature. You can force it to pull over. If you wanted to get out early, you can go ahead and do that. That's a bit of a differentiator when we go into a different kind of autonomous vehicle, like a Tesla Robotaxi. We won't see that. We'll see a screen similar, but we certainly won't see all of the obstacles because, quite frankly, Tesla Robotaxi relies not on LiDAR at all. It relies on
East 3rd Street.
Only on vision systems. It only relies on the cameras, and it just has extensive camera technology all the way around. So as a result, you will see vehicles with respect to what the optical or the camera systems in the car can see, but you can see as far over, way over to the side, to the left-hand side, that LiDAR is picking up vehicles. But no, in both cases, of course, safety matters. Safety comes first. Both Waymo and Tesla, of course, care first and foremost about safety and having a safe experience. That goes without saying, hopefully. On the Uber down here that we took down, there were several instances on the highway where the Uber driver was cut off and he had to slam the brakes on. I wonder for myself, what that experience would be if it were a Waymo that was being cut off. But it is one of the reasons why, at least here in Austin, Waymo is not allowed to go on the highway. As we see this on the other side of the sidewalk, there's actually autonomous food delivery vehicles parked and lined up.
Proceeding on West 5th Street.
That's incredible. Their eyes are blinking. I don't know if we can see that on our video or not, but that's pretty neat. And there we go, we're here.
Please make sure it's clear before exiting.
Thank you, Waymo. This is a Tesla Robotaxi. It's a relatively new service. Again, Austin is one of the test markets. I can see Robotaxi on the front bumper. It's kind of fun. That's how I feel. I'm excited about Robotaxi. And there's not a driver. We're going to be a fully autonomous Robotaxi. So let's go. Wow. This is going to be awesome. Similar kind of experience to the Waymo. It's actually prompting us first to fasten our seatbelts, be safe. It's got the hazard lights on right now, which is kind of cool. It said, welcome, Colin. Confirming our ride. You want to go to Rainy Street, the historic district, and it's saying to start the ride. So if we're safe, we're just going to hit start ride. And we're off. Similar experience. You can see what we're on the image. Now that's interesting. It's going way over to the left and the right, like I pointed out on the Waymo ride. I wondered how much optics the Tesla would be able to see because, of course, it's not spinning around on top of the vehicle. It's embedded in the vehicle, but it does look like it's got some pretty good peripheral vision here. Bit of a slightly different experience on the front head unit and all the, the vehicles. You can see the driving. Where down below, it's just your route, just showing you where we're headed in terms of the destination, so you can see how close we are to our arrival. A little less chatty than the Waymo. Remember, the Waymo kept talking to us about stopping for pedestrians, yielding for pedestrians. This is simply not doing that. Some of the Robotaxi trips that you can take do have a person behind the wheel, just holding onto the wheel softly. This particular trip does not, and that's pretty amazing and pretty awesome. I love that. It has to make a right-hand turn around this vehicle. See? Yeah, safely navigates it. It's going to make a nice right-hand turn. You can see the wheels spinning. The difference between autonomous driving, this is like a level 3 or level 4 autonomous driving, no driver, is level 5, which would be the Zoox prototype vehicle, which is driving around Austin right now. We're not able to take a trip in a Zoox. It doesn't have a steering wheel. It doesn't have any pedals. That would be level 5, completely autonomous with no pedals, no steering wheel. This is still an adapted vehicle, obviously, for driving purposes. That's why we still have a steering wheel here. Now you can see in the cab, we do have some creature comforts. It's asking if I want to use Apple Music. It's right there. You can go, tell it to pull over. It's interesting, the same feature as the Waymo. So if we decided pull over now, maybe the traffic was jammed and we didn't want to wait anymore, we could say pull over. That would mean that I'm able to exit the vehicle. You're not able to exit the vehicle mid-trip. That wouldn't be safe. So the doors are locked, seatbelt is on. There you go, Robotaxi versus Waymo. We're following the Waymo right now. Once we found the district inside Austin where there were Waymos, we were finding that there's an awful lot of Waymos. There we go. So I've unfastened my seatbelt. The vehicle's warning me, fasten my seatbelt or the vehicle will pull over. Obviously, I want to keep going, so I am going to fasten my seatbelt. The light is still red, so the vehicle didn't have much confusion over what it should do. I imagine that if I had my seatbelt still unfastened when the light went green and traffic was proceeding, it would probably immediately navigate to a stop. Nice, clean, new Tesla vehicle as well. And I think it's also a bit of a differentiator when you look at Waymo, as well as Waymo, where they decided to deploy the first fleet as Jaguar I-Pace premium vehicles. This is also a very nice, clean premium vehicle. So it feels something that's special taking this trip versus, maybe just taking a trip that you might have in an Uber or a taxi, which might be, I don't know, a Toyota or some standard vehicle, it is nice having a premium vehicle. It makes you feel a little bit more special, and yet the rate, quite frankly, per trip is super competitive. This is less expensive, this trip, versus the Uber alternative that when I took a look at booking this Robotaxi trip versus booking an Uber. This was definitely less expensive, almost by 25% less expensive. You notice as a passenger, when you're driving in a vehicle like this, is this level of, I mean, I hate to say it's the level of confidence that the vehicle has in driving. As it made its right-hand turn, it made it at a good amount of speed. And I would think that most human drivers would actually have slowed down even more to be able to navigate the right-hand turn. My perception was we didn't take it at an aggressive speed or too fast of a speed, but it definitely felt like a confident speed. So it knew that there were no obstacles and it was navigating its right-hand turn. And that's, again, it kind of puts your mind at ease as a passenger that the vehicle itself isn't tentative. It's driving the way that you would expect a trip to be driven in a very confident way. And that does give me confidence as a passenger to continue to use services like now this Tesla Robotaxi or Waymo or any other autonomous services that might come up in the future. On the screen ahead of me, on the head unit ahead of me, you can see all these cars. You can see all the cars. Now there's a car, now it's not actually even attempting to move. It hasn't even let the brake off. It is not attempting to move. It's a line of traffic. A human being would have moved into that traffic. We would emerge and wait for the car that's in the lineup to give us some motion, and we would have merged in. This Tesla is going to wait for all this traffic to clear before it attempts to make the right-hand turn. Now, if there were an awful lot of traffic, I wonder how long it would actually wait. Now the traffic's moving at speed in front of us, and there's quite a lot of it. And it's going to have to make oh, there it goes. So it's decided it's going to go for it. It let the entire green light go. All the traffic had to go. As vehicles came and approached the red light, came to a stop, it determined that it was safe to go and attempt its own merge and nosed into traffic, just as you can see on the screen. That was really interesting to see how it computed that versus what a human would have done. But you're right, it's even seeing on the highway, which is just an elevated highway over to the right, it's even picking up the traffic up on top of the highway. You can see some truck over there. I can see it ahead. So I'm actually pretty impressed by the camera technology that it's using here. I'm not sure exactly where all these cameras are mounted in the vehicle. I would expect that they're using the camera that's mounted behind the rear view mirror. You can see it has a view of what's behind and to both sides and up ahead. The vision technology is just remarkable how it's changed. Yeah, so this is it. This is about where we were dropped off at the beginning of the trip when the Uber driver that we took down from our hotel to downtown Austin, this is where we were dropped off in the Rainy Historic District. And from there, we've taken the Uber down. We picked up a Waymo, which was a great experience. And now we're concluding our trip with Tesla Robotaxi. So this has been a great opportunity for us to see that. You can see here on the screen, it's interesting, open trunk, showing you how to exit properly and safely. And thank you, Tesla Robotaxi, for the opportunity. We appreciate it. And now it's time for us to exit and head back home.